Alright, die Switch. I am using my cell phone to take this video because I think I get better imagery from this. And let me turn on the light here real quick. Maybe this will add some brightness. It does kind of change the colors a little bit, the light there. But anyway, so I apologize for not having tarot videos out at all for the past couple weeks. And that's primarily because it was the holidays and New Year's. And you know what? I don't like this light on. Let me try that there. You know, I was really busy with projects, especially this one for my mom, and the project that I did for my mother-in-law, which was in another video. But I did, you know, I wanted to get this completed for my mother, and it was for her for Christmas, and I finally got it done yesterday. So, all right, so what I made for my mom was a book to hold her sewing patterns, some of her favorite sewing patterns. You see right here it says Tanya's favorite patterns. Obviously, Tanya is my mom. What this was a, if you can believe it or not, this was a graham cracker box. And it is now a book. So, and I created the whole thing. All right, so here's the cover. A lot of these buttons are paper buttons. In fact, all of them are paper buttons. Some of them are glued down, and some of them are sewn down, just to give some texture. And right here on this button, it says Nana, because that is what my kids call her. And there's a, you know, a spool of thread there. All right, and this is the spine and the back right here. Now I just made a video of this with my regular webcam camera, but the lighting was so awful, and I get better quality with the cell phones than anything else. All right, so I wanted to take another video. So I've already gone through, I've undone all the ties in this book, but all right, anyway. So you open it up, and on the first page here, right here we have a ribbon that closes off this little flip book of notes. All right, so here she can tuck in some notes, and we have some hanger-looking paper clips here, which I thought were super cute and went really well with this sewing-themed book, which is mostly the theme of this book. I tried to go very vintage, 40s, 50s, 60s, in that those 3 decades. So I have an area, these each she can put little note cards in, or pictures if she wishes, whatever she wants. And here it tucks behind this spool of thread. Here we have it tucking behind this thing of buttons, and this one's actually not glued down. These other ones, this is glued down here. It's open here, so she can put it behind there. And same here, it's glued down right here, but it's open here so that she can put notes in. But this one here I did not glue down, so it's loose and it moves around. She can even pull it out if she wants, whatever, and put in a note underneath. And she can also put in notes behind, in the back of the paper clips, just like that. And another one there. And the final one, I'm actually not quite done with this one. I meant to put a little pocket right here because this one's glued down to the bottom, so it won't be able to have a paper clip. So I've been meaning to put in a little pocket right here that she can tuck in some notes. And I still have to do that because I forgot about it. Okay, and now over here, We have a vintage sewing machine embroidery here that I made in my machine and sewed and glued down. And we open it up to this area. And this is an area where she can put a rather large picture. I think 4 by 6, some sort of 4 by 6 picture will fit in here. It tucks behind this sewing machine and these little chipboard pattern pieces here. And I also put some of those hanger clips there to help hold things in. And on this side, we have some decorative, cute as a button, little buttons here, and a rose. And right here, I'm doing this one-handed here. We have a note card where she can, I was thinking, you know, putting in, that she could put in some glue down pictures. She can write a note on here, though it would be a permanent note. So if she would like to write something, it would have to be permanent. And the back of this is like pattern piece looking, very cool. I think it's cool anyway. I'm going to tuck it back in here. And she can label it here and put a label right there. All right, so that's the first page. Next page, this is for women's patterns. Okay. Trying to keep the camera still, but I'm holding it with my hand, so I apologize that it's shaky. Okay, so on this side we have an embroidery of a woman hand sewing, and it says sewing is sexy, and which is something my mom would appreciate. She likes that kind of humor. And we have it decorated with you know, those same women there, and scissors. And when we open up here, this is mostly decorative, this part here with the women. But right here, it is dry erase. So she can write notes here, but she can also erase them and write more notes, so it's reusable. And of course, the back of the paper clip from the previous one is here too, so if she wants to put, tuck in some notes there, that's cool too. All right, and over here is the first main pattern pocket. So we untie it. Not all of these are tied because, as I said, I just did this video with my other camera, and it the images were just too dark with my webcam, so I did this again. So some of these are already undone when I go through this video. And we have vintage women here, and these are actually from vintage sewing patterns that I found online, and I printed out the covers of the of these patterns and glued them on, and I thought they added a really nice touch. And this opens for a rather large pocket. Like it's pretty big. And she can tuck in some patterns there. Of course, this page is decorated for women, so the idea is this is for women's patterns. Okay, now next page. And this is for men's patterns. And of course, she can put whatever pattern she wants in here. It doesn't have to be men and women's and whatever. That's just how I decorated the pages. So for here is it's an embroidery that says Stitchaholic. And we flip this up. And over here we have a background image of spools of thread. And tucked in here are little note cards. And these are mostly decorative, but I mean, of course, she can use them for whatever she wants. But they're mostly decorative here, just little note cards. And over here is a sewn pocket with some random haphazardly sewn stitches here that I made. And then we have a pocket in here for a note card, and this is also dry erase, so she can reuse these. And the back is a plain, she can glue down pictures or leave it blank, whatever. So they're in the same sort of spool background there. And then the pocket for men's patterns is over here. And it keeps getting caught on his little hat here. There we go. Every time I unwind it, it kind of gets caught on his little hat rim. All right, so over here we have the same sort of pocket, a stitch in time, spools of thread, men from vintage patterns, and then a nice big pocket for some patterns. Okay. And of course these wind shut. Okay, so the next page, and this is already undone because I just did this video, is girls' patterns, little girls. And this page was a really fun page to do because I made a paper dress here. This is completely made out of paper. I sewed it down a little bit to give it some secureness so it stays on the page. But it's glued down. It's not movable, you know. But I just thought it was adorable, that little paper dress. And this is just a little note card. She can write whatever she wants in, or just leave it in as decorations, whatever she wants. Another little hanger note clip. Over on this side, let me try to steady the camera here. We have another little note card here. I love you this much. And again, it could be used for whatever she wants, or just as decoration, whatever. And this is a cute little ribbon made out of a measuring tape, you know, that measuring tape ribbon. And we have cute little girls here from Vintage Sewing Patterns. And a nice sewing pattern background, very feminine looking, and a nice big pocket. All right, I'm just going to leave that be again. All right, next page. Oh, and right in the middle, oh, it just came up. Right in the middle, this thing keeps coming up. I need to glue it down better, but it's these buttons here in the middle. Hopefully I can glue this down so it stays down and doesn't keep coming up. All right, next page. All right, so this is boys' patterns, or whatever, you know, if she wants to use whatever she wants there. And this is another embroidery that says sew or die. And here we go. And on this page, we have a big area here for another large photo, like a 4x6. And that she can tuck into the safety pins to keep it there in the middle. And this is my favorite part of this book, this flip card here. And it's different from the front page. This has these where they just, you flip them up manually, each one. This one is a cascading waterfall. And it goes like this, see? All right, so what I intended this flip book to be was to specifically be about embroideries, to have notes about what embroideries she would like to use for certain projects, or to put in little samples of embroideries, something like that. And some of these pages just have an embroidery, and these are cute vintage cross-stitch embroideries that I put on here. On some of the pages has an embroidery already there. This has a clip so that she can clip on a note or a small embroidery like these. Clip them on in there. And then another embroidery, another clip, and that same lady again, the vintage 1950s housewife looking lady, and with another embroidery. And the note card that pulls out is another dry erase note card, so she can write some notes in there and reuse it. So there we go. And I love this thing because it's so cool. I love cascading waterfalls. They're just so neat, and I'm going to stand back and do this so that you can really get the... And I just love doing this over and over again. Okay. And then the pocket for the boys' patterns, or the patterns on the page where I decorated very boy-looking. We have this cool black and white and brown sewing machine pocket here, and we have it repeated right there, and with a nice vintage sewing machine there. And this opens up, and we have a boy from a vintage sewing pattern with a ruler here and a small little note card here to use for whatever. It's a cool thing here. And I did make this entire thing. Obviously I didn't make the paper itself. And a nice big pocket here. So this is why I haven't been doing tarot readings for the last couple weeks, because I have been very busy trying to finish this project for my mom, along with that the other project I did for my mother-in-law. All right, so in the final page here, on this side we have an embroidery that says make, with you know, these ones have artistry looking things in there. This has a protractor, right? That's what those are called. This one has like scissors and nail and hammer, and over here is some nails, things like that. Just, you know, crafty looking stuff. And this page is decorated with the paper spools, not a spool, but, you know, a paper winder. And then right here we have a note card that pulls out. It says sew on the front. And here is another dry erase thing, and it flips open. Let me try to see if I can do this with just one hand. Okay, so it opens like that. And front and back is dry erase, so she can write some notes here, front and back. And again, the same housewife looking lady. The words make right there, and it closes up with this on top like that. All right, and then it goes back in the pocket. All right, and now on this side we have some actual, and these are sturdy, actual paper spool things, so that she can hold ribbons here. She can wrap around some ribbons, a bunch of ribbons, or twine or yarn, whatever, and she's got 3 of them. So there we go, and front and back. So, and right here we have a little decorative dangle, just another thing here. And right here it says with love. And on the other side it says from your daughter, and 2 more cards here, decorative cards that just love you this much. Sewing machine. Yeah, so there we go. And that's that back side of that. And right here is, I was thinking about putting like some sort of pocket right here or something like that, but honestly, it was, I just needed to wrap this project up. So if she wants, she can put a picture right here, glue something on there, whatever she wants. This is her book now. So there we go. And then, of course, the back. And it goes like that. And it ties shut. And these are just the strings for whatever. So, all right. So that is why I have not been doing tarot readings for a while, because I've been making this ginormous book for my mom. And it's finally complete, and I'm going to send it out to her. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, and for putting up with my shaky camera. And I might not be able to put subtitles on this, so I do apologize for that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you had a wonderful New Year's and a wonderful holiday. Blessed be. Slán.